Chapter 22, Epilogue, Alone Again. Scootaloo was tired. She'd been awake for almost 40 hours, and run through the Everfree Forest twice. She'd pulled a muscle catching Spike when the bridge had gone out, and worked at running through the forest as a distraction. She'd been scared, not just of the monsters in the forest, but of what could happen if her plan had gone wrong. Twilight Sparkle might not have trusted Spike's letter. If they hadn't been in Ponyville to meet him, no pony would have saved Scootaloo once she'd openly defied Discord. She knew life could never go back to the way it was. She may have helped defeat Discord, but it was too little too late. Her friends could never forgive her for lying to them. She'd be lucky if they just ignored her. She'd helped turn Princess Celestia to stone. There would have to be some kind of punishment for that. Her cutie mark sat unchanged on her flank, showing the world what she'd done. She'd have to learn to live with her mistakes. Maybe she really would push ponies away for the rest of her life. She shook her head. In harmony or discord, she decided she wouldn't allow her life to be dictated by a single mark. All things considered, Scootaloo had every reason to be tired. When Twilight and her friends left for Canterlot to use the elements on Princess Celestia, barely glancing at her or Spike, she was more relieved than anything. At least she'd have a chance to sleep before any pony tried to banish her. The elements of disharmony had awkwardly wandered away, not sure where Discord's defeat left them. Only she and Spike had really known what they were doing when they freed him, and she was sure it would count for something. "So what now?" Spike asked. Scootaloo shook her head. "I don't know. You?" Spike stared at his feet, pensive. "I think I'm going to go talk to Twilight." "You think she'll listen to you?" "I don't know, but I have to try. She was in a pretty bad place when Discord got to her and her friends. I think she'll understand." He frowned. "That doesn't make it any better, but I hope they'll at least be able to forgive us." "I hope so, too. It'd be nice to not end up in Tartarus." Spike chuckled at that. "You know, whatever happens, I'm there for you." Scootaloo smiled. "I know. Same to you." Spike nodded and started toward the library. He turned after a few steps. "Oh, I just thought you should know what took me so long. When I got to Ponyville, not every pony was there." Scootaloo had figured as much. "Rainbow Dash didn't trust us?" Spike smiled. "She was the only one there when I showed up. The others caught up to her a few minutes later." That was weird, Scootaloo thought. Then again, Rainbow Dash wouldn't run and hide if some pony was in trouble. If there was a chance to save Equestria, she'd take it. The element of loyalty to the end. Scootaloo went to the one place she could think of, the treehouse. Her old blanket was still there, in the corner she'd kicked it when Dash had surprised her. She took it and curled into a ball. It was a relief, being back in the old clubhouse. She knew it couldn't last, but at least tonight she'd have a place to sleep. She almost whispered a good night, but realized no pony would hear it. It hadn't really hit her that Discord was gone. She was alone again. She wasn't sure how she felt about that. Scootaloo barely stirred at the sound of hoofsteps drawing closer against the wooden floor. She was too tired to care that she was being lifted and precariously balanced on something soft and warm. She just clung to her blanket. She almost woke up as she was jostled lightly. She might have seen the multicolored flash of rainbow mane and felt the steady beat of wings, but the movement stopped after a minute or two and she fell deeper into sleep. She clutched the thick, warm blanket tightly and cuddled down into the soft cloud bed. Somewhere deep down, she knew tomorrow would be that much brighter. The end. You have been listening to Discordant, a My Little Pony fanfiction, written by Ezra09, read today by Okami the Wolf 1 in all roles. Special thanks to The Band Brownie, Jispy Crocs 10, Ink Scrawler, The Buggiest, and Minjak6572 for help with editing. Special thanks to SS Twins for the cover art. A very special thanks to Ezra09 for bringing us this amazing story and permitting me to do this audiobook. Story elements and all original characters copyright Ezra09. This audio version owned by myself, Okami the Wolf 1. My Little Pony and all related characters and settings. Copyright Hasbro 1982-2012. Thank you and good night.